and what happened during that period.
But the frustration is also particularly key, because when you look at his goal return ratio, he hasn't scored
in over 23 matches
for the Super Eagles. And when you even look at his body language on the pitch, his timing seems off.
I don't think
his strike ratio also seems. I mean, look at how many shots. In the 23 matches, how many shots has he even had on target? You can argue about he might not have received the quality of service that would enable him to get into goal scoring positions. But even look at his game, he has become too predictable.
Exactly.
You and I remember that.
And that is why I said it's not frustration.
He has one move. Collect the ball, run to the flank, try and pass the defense.
Listen. That is why I said it is not frustration. Let me give you an example.
Tell me what it is.
Fernando, he doesn't play as if he's a frustrated person. Fernando Torres did not score goals for months, close to a year, for Spain and even Chelsea at the time. But you see the way he plays for the club and country. He plays as you need to see the way he plays.
Can you say Emenike played in the same manner?
That's what I'm saying.
So that's frustration.
See, Torres is frustrated. Torres was frustrated, and Torres just wanted to make
Emenike who threatened to walk out of a football match playing for
That's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying. He's taking things easy. Somebody said he's playing Sunday football somewhere, and maybe that's why he's feeling as.
Now, I think when you make a decision that like this with so much haste, there's a bit of frustration in it, and he needs to really maybe this will make him, revive his spark, face club football. But what football fans would like to know is what really went wrong.
True warrior will go back and fight harder,
that's what it is.
Stronger, rediscover himself, and come back and stake a claim. But he's taking the easy way out.
Of course, I know Emmanuel Emenike still has good fans in Nigeria. Absolutely. Fans that would like to still see him play football.
Because mentioned the fact that
you and I know that there's the average African believes that it is in the heat of battle, in the toughest place, in the most,
so you're tested.
In the toughest part of the battle, that is where you find the true warriors.
Exactly.
Yeah, in Yoruba they say totally Latin Korin.
That's true.
In the true test or in the true heat of the battle, that is when the strong come out and show their quality.
Exactly.
Now he hasn't scored for 2 years for the Super Eagles. Now people are calling his ability into question. Why can't he go back and rediscover?
And that is why I said that decision he took was not a hasty one. He has been thinking about it. That is the thing. You see, you do not just come.
Maybe after the World Cup.
Not just after the World Cup. Fine. After the World Cup, we would have taken a decision. In fact, after the Nations Cup qualifier that Nigeria couldn't qualify for, that is when we would have worked. But then,
Cosmos, don't you think he's looking at it and he's feeling threatened? Everybody's talking about Yoni Gallo and you're not scoring, and you've been giving chances severally to play before Odion, and you're not taking it.
Odion was even benched.
I think that's why it's hasty.
That is why I said, well, if you say hasty, but then I feel that maybe he has been thinking about it. But then what really made him make that decision was probably because of what happened to Vincent. I have a very good source told me that in the camp when Vincent was about leaving the camp, Emenike and what's his name, John Mikel-Obi, they went to him and they were begging him not to leave. That day when he was leaving the camp. So, as far as I'm concerned, he has been thinking about it. Maybe they are thinking, okay.
Oh, so because one man is quitting,
it's not about
you drop your career too because it's not.
See, there's a coach now who does not care whether you're a big player or you are.
There was never a time a coach cared if you're a big player.
Well, maybe other coaches.
We only also had cases where coaches complain that players were indisciplined and we need to deal with their egos. But at this moment, we're saying that Emmanuel Emenike, this was too sudden, and people are asking questions. What's really wrong? We understood Vincent Enyama's case.
Yes.
Everybody can see that something went wrong, and the guy, at that stage of his life, was going through a lot. But Emenike, he even played the game against Cameroon. Played DR Congo, and so something is. We'll get to know. Let's just give it some time. We'll try to also talk to Emmanuel Emenike. Let's see what's going to come out of all of this one. Let's leave Emmanuel Emenike and his sudden retirement and talk about the real deal. The home-based Super Eagles are getting ready. They should leave the country on Thursday for Burkina Faso. Now, the Confederation of African Football said the game will no longer be played on Sunday. It should be played on Saturday. It will no longer be played on Saturday, but now be played on Sunday. And today, the NFF says, Mba, our own you changed. we agreed, but now you're going to alter our plans. But I'm saying that, come on, just stay focused and play the game.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree. The truth is, the NFA cannot do anything about the final decision about where and when the game will be played rests with CAF. And they've made that decision. They just have to adjust whatever plans they had to suit the new schedule. But I think what it gives them more time to even prepare, if you ask me. Because if their travel plans still remain the same, they will be traveling on Thursday to Burkina Faso. They will have extra time to be able to fine-tune their strategy, acclimatize better to the local conditions. You know, I think it's even good for them. The only problem that I might see is that they'll be forced to stay a day longer than they planned, which will involve incurring extra costs in terms of hotel accommodation, other logistics as well, camping allowance for the players. So that might be the angle that the NFA is looking at it from. But from a sporting angle, I think it gives them a better chance at preparing for what promises to be a particularly testy encounter.
I think what the NFF are looking at is the rules. Now, the rule says that, according to the CAF rules, says that if a match is to be shifted, there should be a 10 days notice. Now, this is like a 5 days notice. Now, so the NFF are saying that, okay, we have already prepared, and you cannot just come after. The game was supposed to be played on Sunday. It was shifted to Saturday. And
that was the first leg.
That was okay. Now, this game, and it was the Federation.
Was there a 10-day notice when CAF shifted it from Sunday to Saturday?
No. Well, that is what the NFF
did not complain then.
The NFF
so are they complaining now?
The home game.
Well,
now they had planned to travel on Thursday. Now they have to travel Friday.
They have to travel Friday,
and then stay one more day before the game.
Train on Saturday. After the game on Sunday, they're supposed to come back. So on the sporting angle of it, it's no problem because they will still come back that same day. Now they're not incurring any cost, but they are looking at the fact that maybe there are some things that the Federation of Burkina Faso wants to do, or all these how will I call it, these tricks to just make sure that Burkina Faso wins and qualify for CHAN. Maybe that is what they are looking at. But then, for me, I feel there's no problem. I just feel that they should just go there, do the job on Sunday, and come back.
That's it. Just stay focused and go to Ouagadougou. 2-0 advantage for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Just complete the job and then move on from there.